In true XJ fashion, we've got a gas tank out in the parking lot. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I just got back from the Iowa Jeep show, and so in this video I'm going to show you a little bit of that footage. I may have gotten recovered by an excavator, may have gotten a little bit of damage on the Jeep, so we're going to check out some of that stuff and talk about a few of the upgrades I want to do, and next week I'll have a full video from the Iowa Jeep show, so let's get into it. So even though the Jeep show is 3 hours away, it's kind of tradition to drive it instead of trailering it. I didn't go nowhere. It was a little bit of a struggle loading everything up, but we got everything to fit with 2 of the kids. Then of course we had to dodge rain the whole way there. So it had been 4 years since I went to the Iowa Jeep show, but now that they don't have to tear the course down every year after the show, they made a lot of improvements and actually made some pretty challenging lines out there. So of course I had to go through what they call the gauntlet, which is actually a little bit of a challenge, and I soon found myself stuck between a rock and a soft place, you could call it. So after I broke the strap on the excavator a couple times, eventually he used my strap and just picked my front end up, moved it over 2 feet, and then I was on my way, made it through the rest of the gauntlet and the rest of the black obstacles on the course. But not without a little bit of damage. So overall, none of this damage is really substantial in any way. The only thing that actually broke was just this grease zerk broke off of here, but you can see going through all that rubber, it like peeled the paint off of a lot of stuff under the Jeep. After I got stuck, I was in another rock garden and I came down, there was like this huge pointy boulder. I was trying to get this tire on it and I kept sliding off and then ramming it up here. So you can kind of see where I came down on the pitman arm and the sector shaft a little bit. I did hit the steering box right there a little bit, which it flash rusted already from all the rain. Came down on the diff really hard right there as well, but it rusted over already. I hit the tie rod once right there. So none of this really matters. It's just like trail tattoos. You can see on the leaf spring got gouged up a little bit on both sides as well. Oh, we got the shop supervisor on here, making sure, you know, I'm recording everything okay. So I had a huge tire that was like stuck right up here up to my rocker, and I think there was one under the front drive shaft too, because it kind of did the candy cane thing, but it mostly was just rubber, so it just kind of smeared it. But there is some gouging and scratching, but hey, it's an Adams drive shaft, it can handle it. You can see polish some of the paint off of the yoke and the U-bolt straps and stuff. Classic rear main seal, rust preventative coating going on right there. Kind of the same here. You can see just where the rubber dragged all over all this stuff and kind of like smeared it and took the paint off of it and stuff. So none of it's really a big deal. I just thought it was kind of cool how much it marked everything up down here. Another thing that happened was this is my driver's rear tire, and just like when I was in Moab, started splitting open. Now I did bring a spare with me, but I just chanced it and drove home on it and it made it. So we're gonna have to get that changed out. This one I had a piece of rebar sticking out or something that gave me some nice little swirlies, so they almost look like proper beadlocks now. Oh dang, check out that Jeep Forum calendar. It's my month. So once again, you know, I'm out there. Granted, this is like artificial wheeling, but it's really showing me kind of where the weak points and where I need to upgrade my Jeep. And so I kind of want to clue you guys in on some of the plans. I know I've mentioned some of the stuff that I want to do. I've got some other stuff I want to do. This shirt might be a little bit of a giveaway. I actually won that, by the way. So let's get into some of that. The first thing, I've said this 100 times, I really need to get a front locker. I'm still trying to get that Dana 60 front axle. That's a whole nother story that I can get into another time. You know, it's like I can get that True Track, or sorry, Yukon Duragrip or Sure Grip. I can get both of the front wheels to spin when they're on like an equal traction surface. But the minute, like, so I was turning my wheels, trying to weave my way, and the minute that you like turn and you get one of them to start biting on a rock, that's when it just loses its grip and then the other side spins. And that's why I kind of got stuck in that pit, because I had this giant rock right by my right front, and the tire would spin until I would like start to try to go up it, and then it would just lose it, and I was like mashing on the brakes trying to keep them both spinning, but it just wouldn't go. I've been really wanting lower transfer case gears, and I've had my eyes on one of these Midnight Metalworks rock boxes for a while. The problem is I wanted the 4-speed that has the little doubler on the front, and when I was going to order this a while back, it was not available. Well, they're finally available. It's definitely more expensive than a 4-speed Atlas. There's a 16-week wait time on the rock box itself, which is the transfer case, but there's only 8 weeks on the doubler part of it. But when you put the two together, you think it would be too long for my Jeep. It's actually only about a ½ an inch longer than the NP231, which is why I really want to go with this, because then I don't have to modify my drive shafts really. There's enough in the slip that I can account for that. So it's very expensive. It's like $4,800 for both, for the doubler and the rock box. And I still have this JK to sell, which is going to fund some of my upgrades. The problem is I don't think it comes with everything. I don't think that comes with shifters or like cables or any of that stuff. Like, so there's still a lot of other stuff that I'm gonna have to buy and piece together to get that in there. It's definitely on my short list. So the next thing I really want to do is kind of upgrade my center console slash middle of my Jeep, the interior situation. It's just kind of crappy. I have a 50 cal ammo can. I have part of an old plastic cup holder screwed to my floor, and it's honestly horrible. And now a buddy of mine from Jeep Forum, his name's Ashland, he actually has a YouTube channel, which I'll link the name of it right here. He built this super awesome center console for a YJ. I think he actually has a video, not really of building it, but showing it. So I'll try to link to that in here. Long story short, if I'm going to have to be switching to like a triple stick transfer case anyway, and I'm going to have to modify stuff, I might as well try to build one of those. So that's something to keep an eye out for the future. I still have all this stuff to do belt drive onboard air, I just haven't got around to it. I still have the Auxbeam 8-gang switch panel to do. So there's lots of stuff that I have planned. The problem is my time has gone way down. It's really hard to get these videos out. And then the biggest thing eating up my time is this JK right here. If you can kind of see right over there, got some body work going on. I just replaced like both of the corners. I got to do a bunch more work to that. I tried making a video about it, but honestly it's turning out kind of boring, so I'm probably not going to post it. I just have too many irons in the fire. That's why some of these upgrades are taking a long time to get to you guys, but thanks for being patient with me, and that's why I figured I'd give you a few more little snippets of what I've got planned for the future. There may even be some Land Rover stuff, but I think I either lost a lifter or a valve in that the other day. I was on a spirited drive up to the rev limiter, and then it, you know, I limped it home with tick, 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 tick. So Land Rover might be down for a while. Who knows, maybe I'll swap it with something. There's an old from Iowa Jeep show in 2014. That's what my Jeep looked like on the 35s and stuff back then. But this year I was super late to the car show part. I was only there for the last half hour of voting, and I still managed to get second place. So undoubtedly, if I would have been there on time, I probably would have taken home first, but whatever. So like I said, guys, I'm going to spend this week working on the full video from the Iowa Jeep show, so I can kind of show you the whole experience. So look for that to come out soon. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying patient with the videos, and I'll see you in the next one.
No.